Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Will Motivation, and today we are talking about the 5 things it took for me to be able to get this Lamborghini Aventador behind me. Let's go.
Huge shout out to Will Motivation, guys. Be sure to check out his YouTube channel at Will Motivation, dude.
Will Motivation on YouTube and Instagram. Definitely check him out.
We about to run Will Motivation.
Will Motivation. Will Motivation.
It's called Will from Will Motivation. If you don't know who he is, just go ahead and type in Will Motivation on YouTube and you'll find him.
Will Motivation, satin white Hurricane to drive.
Will Motivation.
Will Motivation.
Will Motivation. Will Motivation.
Go check out Will Motivation's channel on YouTube.
Okay, so first of all, my name is Will Motivation and welcome to my channel. If you have not seen any of my videos before, welcome. If you like motivational videos, if you like cars, I use this channel to motivate people through cars. I own a few exotic cars. So if you're interested and you like today's video, please remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you've already subscribed, please hit the like button. It'll help spread the word that I'm putting out in these videos, all right? So first of all, let me introduce you guys to the car, all right? So this is my 2013 Lamborghini Aventador. Has very low miles on it. I just picked it up from Chicago. Shout out to Lamborghini Gold Coast and my man Chris, who hooked me up with this Lamborghini. I also just put the Instagram sticker on it. So I want to show it to you guys real quick because I imagine myself as a youngster being able to see a Lamborghini up close on YouTube would be pretty motivational for a young Will Motivation. So I like to show you guys the cars because some of you guys out there are like me and you would like to have a car like this. So let's talk about what it took for me to get this car. So obviously it took money, all right? So of course, you know, everybody knows Lamborghinis are not cheap. So the reason why a lot of people don't have Lamborghinis is because they cost a lot of money. And some people just can't justify it and other people just can't afford it, all right? And I happen to be one of those people that took a long time for me to justify paying this much money for a car. But I put my finances in order and I hustled really hard and I made it happen. So let's talk about these 5 things that I think are really important that helped me get to the point where I could afford a Lamborghini. All right, so let's just jump right into it. Starting with point number 1, and that is it took knowledge. All right, so a lot of people are familiar with, you know, my affection with the word knowledge because I also had a Lamborghini Huracan that I affectionately called Knowledge. Sort of an ode to Ty Lopez, how he used to come on with those videos talking about knowledge, you know, and it took books and reading and knowledge, you know, to be able to afford the Lamborghini, and it's true. So that's number 1 point, it took knowledge. Now, what do I mean for me? You know, what kind of knowledge did it take? So for those of you that are not familiar with me or my channel, and you're wondering, what does this guy do to be able to afford this Lamborghini? I am a software engineer by trade. So the knowledge that I got was going to college and studying software engineering. And that was my first knowledge base. And of course, I invested a lot of time as a high school student working with computers and teaching myself how to write code, teaching myself how to use computers, basically gaining knowledge from the time I was in high school. Actually, I was in middle school when I first started messing with computers. I self-taught myself how to write code. A friend of mine got me, you know, on the internet, and I was addicted to like trying to download games, you know. This is really before the internet. But I went to school, studied computer science because I was good with computers and I had a knowledge base. And then when I graduated, I continued to, you know, increase my knowledge base and learn more and more things. I learned how to create websites. I started a business, starting my own social network. It's called hbcuconnect.com, and it took knowledge for me to be able to do that. And now that business started to do well, but you know, I didn't want to blow money on a nice car like a Lambo. So I basically saved my money until I saw another opportunity to get into real estate, and I realized that all people that have cars like this, not everybody, but a lot of millionaires, they invested in real estate. So what did I have to do? I had to acquire knowledge to learn how to invest in real estate, and that's exactly what I did. I bought books. I taught myself how to invest in real estate. I had bought my first house. I bought my second condo. I bought my office space. And I was watching the real estate market go up, then I watched it go down. And I was like, you know what, with the market down like it is, this is a perfect time for me to jump into the real estate market because everything was cheap. And what I did is I studied and I built up my knowledge. And then I started investing in real estate. But what did it take as a first step before I really got into investing in real estate? It took knowledge. So that's my point number one, is knowledge. Point number two, on what it took for me to be able to get this Lamborghini Aventador, it took discipline. And for me, discipline is huge. Discipline, like all of these things are important, but something that I think gets overlooked a lot of times, because I see a lot of smart people that have the knowledge, but they don't have the discipline. And so what does it mean to have discipline? It basically means if you have to do certain things to get what you want, and there's certain things you have to do, and there's certain things that you have to stay away from. There's certain actions you have to take. Whatever you have to do in order to get where you need to be, it takes discipline to stick to those things that you have to do. It takes discipline. So basically, discipline is like your ability to stick to the plan, your ability to do what force yourself to do the hard things that maybe you don't want to do, to force you to get up early in the morning or stay up late at night to finish something. The discipline not to go and hang out all the time or drink or whatever, some things that you might do that waste time when you could be putting that time towards what you need to do to execute your plan, right? So if your plan was to start a business, or your plan was just to get out of college or get an education, or your plan is to get a better job or a better paying job, and whatever it takes for you to execute on that plan, the discipline is what you need to stick to the plan. Discipline is what you need. And really what I've seen in my years of life, discipline is the difference maker. Discipline is the difference maker. So you can have two equally smart people. You can even have a smarter person and somebody who's not quite as smart, but the person who's not quite as smart but has more discipline than the person who is smarter but has less discipline, the discipline is the difference maker to reaching the goal. So some of you guys might not care about a Lamborghini. Some of you guys might see this Lambo and be like, I don't really care about a car, but I want to be successful and I want to reach some other goal. Well, whatever the goal is, if it's a lofty goal, it's going to take discipline and knowledge, my points 1 and 2, but it's really going to take discipline in order for you to execute your plan to get there. Because a lot of times people know what they need to do, but they just don't do it. Why do they don't do it? Because they don't have discipline. All right, so that's point number 2, discipline. The way I execute discipline on myself, I'm my own worst boss. I boss myself. I'm hard on myself. I kick my own ass when I don't do what I'm supposed to do. I'm harder on myself than anybody external to me could be, on me. I'm the hardest person on me, because when I have to do something and I know I have to do it and I don't do it, I'm upset. I'm really upset with myself. And I get stressed out, and I take meeting my goals very seriously because I'm disciplined, and I consider myself to be a disciplined person. So anyway, that's number 2, discipline. All right, so what is number 3? Number 3 is it takes hard work. We're talking about what it takes to meet lofty goals, what it took for me to be able to afford this Aventador. It took hard work. So what do I mean by a lot of people overly use the term hard work, and I'm not gonna overly use that term when I'm telling you guys, generalizing it and say, oh yeah, you need the hard work. Everybody knows what working hard is. Nah, but here's the thing, I could take out trash and work real hard taking out trash. And I could be the best person taking out trash. It doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to afford an Aventador. but it's an ingredient to success, especially when you set high and lofty goals for yourself, all right? So the hard work, let me give you an example. I'm one of those people that, like, I don't know if some of you guys are familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk. I relate to him a lot because he talks about hard work and hustle. And so I consider myself one of those people. Once I knew what I wanted, I got obsessed with being successful, with getting whatever it is I wanted. So for a long time period in my life, I was kicking off a brand new business. I obsessed over bringing that business to life and making that business successful to the point where I didn't take any vacations at all for years. I worked 365 days a year building out, the website and platform that runs my main business today. And when I say 365 days a year, I was working on it every single day, and I had a day job. So I would work a 9 to 5. I would come home and take care of my kids, and I had a wife and 2 kids when I was building my business. I would come home and take care of my kids, get them off to bed, and then I would start working again from 9 o'clock at night to about 3 o'clock in the morning every single day. And guess what? On the weekends, the work didn't stop. On the weekends, for me, it was like my chance to get ahead. So instead of me going and hanging out, or me going and partying, or me going on a vacation, on the weekends, it was my chance to try to get ahead and work even harder. So every single weekend for years, I worked on my goal because I believed in it. I was passionate about it. I was obsessed with success and making this thing a reality. So when people talk about hard work, man, it's a real thing. Like, once you figure out what your plan is, you gotta take action, and then you gotta work hard. Like, the other thing is, like, it's almost like looking at people who are successful and those people who are not successful. I've seen enough examples or cases of people that are not successful. And one thing about people that are not successful, they don't like to work. Like, they would rather go chill or something. Like, I don't even, like, at the age that I am right now, I like to go on vacation now, and I'll go on vacation. When I'm on vacation, I try to chill, but usually I'm checking in on work every single day, usually on vacation. But for me, on my regular daily basis and regular weekly basis, I don't like to go and chill and hang out and waste time. Like, I feel like I'm behind on something and I need to go get ahead. So, my mind frame, when I say hard work, it means being on track with something and seeing it through and working hard on it and being conscious of it and making sure you execute whatever plan it is that you have to reach success. So that's the number 3 thing, is hard work. So it's a real thing. Like, when people talk about it, you got to be about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those people. Like, if anybody has ever tried to get in touch with me, they'll know, like, one of the things I say, like, if they even hung out with me, like, I don't like hanging out. Like, if somebody meets me or something like that and want to go I don't really hang out. Like, I be thinking about, I work hard. Like, I be thinking about, work that I need to get done, work to get to the next level. And then when I'm on vacation, okay, yeah, hang out, you know what I'm saying? So I'll do vacation now. But anyway, number 3 is hard work. All right, so what's number 4? So number 4 is sacrifice, or even a better word than, sacrifice. It is priorities, or prioritizing. So basically, first things first. I would not be able to afford this car if I didn't set my priorities straight. And if I didn't make some sacrifices. And what are some of those common sacrifices that I'm talking about? Those common things that people like to do: waste time chilling, waste time. Now, I play some video games now, but there was a time point in my life where I like playing video games, right? I never really got into the smoking and drinking. I never had any bad habits like that. But I would waste time playing video games. But once I started, like, building my company, and I knew that's what I wanted to do, and I knew what level of success I wanted to reach, it was about sacrificing some things that wasted time. So basically, some of the fun things people do, just chilling, hanging out, I had to sacrifice that, and I exchanged that for working on something that I was passionate about and something that I wanted to see through until it was successful. So being able to sacrifice the things that aren't doing you any good, getting you closer to your goals, realizing what things those are that are wasting your time, and cutting those things out and setting a priority on the things that are going to help you get closer to reaching your goals. So basically sacrifices and priorities. So you got to set your priorities straight, know what things are helping you and what things are not, and then cut out those things that are not and replace them with things that are helping you get closer to your goals. Set your priorities. All right, so the fifth and final thing that helped me get this Lamborghini Aventador that I've been having a lot of fun with so far. Some of you guys know my first Lamborghini Huracan I named Knowledge because it took knowledge to get it. And so for those of you that watched the live stream when I bought this car, I'll put a link or a card link in the description to when I bought this car. But the name of this car is Action, and that's number 5 on my list of what it took to get this car. Action. Because you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't take action on whatever it is you learn, then you learned it for no reason and you won't achieve anything. You just have a whole bunch of ideas and thoughts. And action is a huge difference maker. Like I say, discipline is a difference maker, but an even bigger difference maker is action, because a lot of people have knowledge. There's a lot of smart people out there. There's a lot of people, like we all got friends that have ideas and they can come up with good ideas. But who are the friends that you have that take action? And you'll see the difference. The people that got ideas and the people that take action, man, because ideas are easy to come by, but people that take action on those ideas are not. And that's the difference maker. Like you see people who achieve the things that you want to achieve, or they're people that are living the life that you want to live. And what is the common denominator? Maybe they got lucky. I don't know too many people that got lucky in my sphere or my circle, but people that have worked hard and taken action on the things that they've had to do and whatever knowledge that they learned, they took action on it. Those are the ones that are being successful, and those are the ones achieving their dreams, making their dreams a reality. And so I share with you, the fact or, part number 5, and that is action. You gotta take action on whatever it is you learn. So if you learn something from some of my videos, if you see that I started a business, I started a business that I was passionate about and something that I was good at with computers. I started investing in real estate. I had no background in real estate. So I gained knowledge, I studied up, I started dabbling in real estate, and I started learning from everything that I did. But it took action. Like I know so many people, even I was like that. Let me tell you, like before I got into real estate, I had friends that got into real estate. But I didn't put the pieces together to figure out, how successful you could be with real estate. And I didn't realize that in order to be a millionaire, many millionaires invest in real estate, or they invest in something. I didn't know that. But I didn't take action. I saw, I had friends that were dealing in real estate. Some were doing a little better than others and stuff like that, but I just really wasn't about the real estate thing. But when I figured out that it was something that could be a key to my success in my future, what did I do? I gained the knowledge, I took action, and I was disciplined with it. Like I didn't quit. When I started something, I studied every little aspect of it in order to make sure I didn't take a loss when I started getting into real estate. But number one thing is it takes action. So don't be one of those people that talks about ideas, or you try to talk to your boys about these ideas and your boys don't have any movement with it. And everybody's like, yeah, we should do this, we should do that. Well, you don't need your boys to take action on something. All you need is yourself to get up from out of your seat and take a step forward towards whatever it is that needs to be done to get to whatever the goal is, even if you have to do it by yourself. Because when I got into the real estate game, I was talking to people about it. When I got on the YouTube, I was talking to people about it. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be as passionate as I am about it. So if it's my idea and I see that it's going to work, I can't wait for anybody else. I have to take action. And hopefully people will watch the action that I take, and then maybe they'll be motivated to take action as well. But for you that's watching this video and you're receiving this knowledge from me, what I'm telling you is you have to take action towards whatever your goals are. So if you want to have a Lambo one day, or you want to have whatever your goal is, I don't care what it is, you need to take steps towards it. every single day and be passionate about it and understand that you're gonna have to sacrifice some dumb stuff in order to get the stuff that you really want, all right? So this is Will Motivation. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And when you go get your Lamborghini Aventador, whatever it is, holler at your boy, because I wanna come with you. Peace. Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for watching today's video. There's a lot more to come. Hit that like button for me and subscribe to my channel. A lot of you guys have been asking me about when is my online course going to be ready. Well, I have good news for you. My online course is completed. I'll put a link in the description of this video where you can click on that link and get a 40% discount off the course. That'll be for the first 50 students. So if you're ready to take the online course that I've basically laid out everything that I know about how to invest in real estate, click the link below or just go to www.willmotivation.com/invest. And thank you guys for taking the time out to watch today's video. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.